Lipsy to inbound. Iowa State down by 7. 12 to go here first half. John Shambi, Fran Fraschilla, and Chris Budden. Kurt Jones down. Lipsy gets inside, had it knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay Iowa State. 7 on the shot clock. Kelvin Sampson wanted that going the other way.
Yeah, a little better ball movement that time by Iowa State. You've got to move this defense and use all 50 feet from side to side.
Momcilovic to inbound, gets it to Lipsy. Shot clock winding down. Jones got to get it off. Hoist it up. And then flying in for the rebound there is Ramon Walker.
Cougars going small right now. 4 guards and Tugler. Look how they take that side. Nice. Yep.
Sharp goes baseline, puts it home. And 2 more for Emmanuel Sharp.
Second time tonight they saw Momcilovic on an island. And they, I guess you could say that was Sharp Island right there.
Momcilovic is fouled, and he will go to the line. A reminder, Super Tuesday comes your way tomorrow night on ESPN. 7 Eastern, Arkansas and Texas A&M. And then at 9 Eastern, it'll be number 11 Baylor, number 25 BYU. Big 12 absolutely loaded. Yeah, the top 2 teams in the conference squaring off right here, number 6 and number 2.
Baylor's going to get a piece of that Marriott Center, 19,000 tomorrow night.
Lipsy inside, scoop wouldn't go, follow wouldn't go. And now Shed weaving through traffic, up ahead Sharp. And he's fouled, he'll get 3 free throws. Emmanuel Sharp is off to a fast start with 7 points. And a foul on Hassan Ward. TJ Otzelberger's team, they are physical. There's going to be a lot of contact.
Yeah, and you know what, John? This is not a surprise to me. When you play Houston in this building, it's hard enough to score anywhere. I don't care if you're in a Walmart parking lot, but in this building, they are really hard to score on.
Sharp knocks down the first.
There's a stat we keep called kill shots. Gentleman Evan Mia, go on his website. It's pretty good. Kill shots are 10-0 runs. This team leads the country in 10-0 runs with 29. Here's the great news for Coug fans. 25 of the 29 10-0 runs are in this building.
Yeah. So those bursts that allow you to run away with it or cement a win, that is one of the things that has been a strength, especially here at home. And again, they've won 19 in a row. It's matched their longest home win streak in the country. Last time they lost here at home was last January against Temple.
Here's the Shed-Lipsy matchup.
Pretty good ball movement back out. And Paveletzky can't hit. That one tipped and eventually saved by Malik Wilson. Sharp jumper. And out of bounds, Iowa State. This has not been a Mona Lisa early on.
No, and what has to happen now, okay? Watson just cut to the basket. He was open. He passes it out. You must spread this defense. And I always felt against pressure teams, you attack the rim. They knock it out of bounds, great. Go to the rim now. Can't do it.
Shed takes it away, and now Sharp. Shed full head of steam, give off Wilson. Sharp a 3. And Wilson the rebound. Shed had the shot blocked, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. 10 minutes in, and Iowa State 2 for 13 from the floor. They have been held to just 4 points. And last foul on Paveletzky.
Yeah, and a bunch of turnovers, John.
So here's Shed, 76% from the free throw line, 77 in his career.
I've said this a couple times this year, and I mean this. We often say coach on the floor, and it means a point guard is smart. This guy at the foul line, I've watched him 15 practices this year, and I know where he's come from his freshman year to now. He could coach this team for a week or two if the coaching staff took a vacation. And I'm not talking about in a game. I'm talking about at practice, holding guys accountable to play the way the Cougars play.
All Houston here, 17-4, the Cougars on top. Iowa State looking for something offensively. Lipsy, feed inside to Ward, hangs and hits. Just the third field goal for Iowa State.
Yeah, whenever you get the ball in the paint against this team, you must take it with force to the rim. Doesn't matter if they block it out of bounds.
Ask TJ Otzelberger about playing here, how difficult it is. Francis is fouled. He'll go to the line. He said, look, it's the same court. It's the same game. And you can say that, but then you get the environment with a shade under 8,000 inside this place, and it's bananas, and it's really hard to combat.
You tell your team that, and oftentimes your team is thinking to themselves, no, that's not true. I've watched this team on TV and film. Yeah,
untrue, erroneous.
Yeah, it's erroneous, and coaches have to say that. I want to say this, John. Houston has done some things early in this game. They just ran a great play for Roberts to come off a ball screen from a guard. Kelvin Sampson told us early in the year he was a good coach at Oklahoma and Indiana. He became a very good coach after spending 6 years in the NBA. But one guy he really credits with opening up his PhD knowledge of this game, Scott Skiles, a former Michigan State star, who was a very good NBA coach.
Yeah, he was a good NBA player, too.
He was a great NBA player, all-time assist leader in one game, 30.
Gilbert swings it, gets it to King, who absorbs the contact. And they'll get Roberts on that foul.
See, I think you got to see more of that from Iowa State. We know how good a defensive team Houston is, but they play very physically. And you got to take your body to them and force these officials to call fouls.
Well, on the other end, one of the things TJ Otzelberger talks about is defensively for Iowa State. He said, we want collisions on drives. I mean, he puts it that succinctly, that when drivers go to the basket on the defensive end, he wants his guys colliding with them.
And I want the offense on this side, if I'm Iowa State, to play the same way.
Kavaletsky hesitates, now looking for some help. Momcilovic off the mark. That one rattles around, and they get a foul. I believe it's on Trey King. Yep.
If you're the Cyclones right now, you're forcing those shots from the perimeter a little bit more.
John Shelby, Fran Fraschilla, and Chris Button. And lots of famous people here that we're going to tell you about.
I was getting autographs before the game, man. A lot of Houston celebrities.
A step in, King able to save it. Lipsy down inside the floater. Wow, it's just so active. Houston on the defensive end. Gilbert feed inside. Ripped away from Jones.
And I thought there was a foul there. Jones has got to go strong to the hoop.
Pryor puts it on the floor, gets bumped, and they get the foul on Trey King. College basketball coming at you on Wednesday at 7 Eastern. It's Miami and number 8 Duke, and then it's number 17 Kentucky taking on LSU. That'll come your way at 9 Eastern. It's all on Wednesday on ESPN. Pat Adams on the left talking with TJ Otzelberger. And one of the things, and we've seen teams in this league, right, over the years, whether it's a Bob Huggins team, Frank Martin, those K-State teams, making officials make a decision on almost every possession. That's something both these teams do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought that last possession, they missed a foul on a defender guarding Rob Jones, who pump faked. But if you're Rob Jones and Hassan Ward right now, you have to continue to take the ball at those shot blockers.
Pryor knocks down the first. L.J. Pryor mentioned 26 points in 33 minutes Saturday against Texas. He made 6 threes.
What I love about that game, He took 13 shots to get to 26, to your point. Really efficient. He came back home, left a good program at Baylor. And, his defense is picking up a little bit, but he fits right in with the guy he's known since 3rd grade, Jamal Shed.
This crowd has been lit. Do the kids still say that? I think they do. Packed house here at the Fertitta Center. Lipsy almost turned it over. That time throws a baseline, and they get the deuce from Keyshawn Gilbert.
Oh, and that's what I'm talking about. Any chance you got a crack in that defense, you must go to the basket. They'll either foul you or you'll get a chance to score like that.
Seven and a half to go here first half as Francis gives off Cryer. And a good look at it. Rebound pulled down by Gilbert. And here come the Cyclones.
These individual defenders locked in or what?
And a turnover. Eight turnovers on the Cyclones.
I'm not sure Jeff could do a lot right now, John, the way this Houston team is defended.
Well, both these teams are physical, play hard, both really good on the defensive end. Cryer hangs, shot off the mark, and eventually the rebound pulled down by Jones.
And they really keep utilizing that ISO on the baseline. They've gotten it 3 times already, not that time.
Fran, what does Iowa State do offensively?
They have to, first of all, not turn it over. Then they have to spread the floor with this kind of ball movement. And then you just got to drive it, John. See, that to me, I thought there was a grab in there.
I would agree.
Yeah, but you got to do that. And then if you have to yell at the official and tell him to call it, again, if it's worth a technical foul, and maybe at that point. It's a good crew. I thought there's been 3 or 4 times Iowa State's been fouled.
Tugler inside, the floater wouldn't go. And eventually Lipsy comes away with it. Cyclones on the move. Jones a 3, and they needed that. And it's 19-11.
As crazy as it sounds, Iowa State's defense has been very, very good. It's been the inept offense to this point, and understandably.
Lipsy may have rolled an ankle or banked a knee there. He's hobbling right now. Cryer with a 3.
Taman has been banged up this year. He doesn't practice a lot.
Taman Lipsy, sophomore, handles here. He has started every game he's played in here at Iowa State. This is number 58 for him.
See, I think you got to keep moving the ball. No, not going to get it in from there.
Tough entry feed. Jones contested. They go possession arrow, and it stays with Iowa State.
John, watch how Houston uses the second side of the floor to break down that defense. Now they go back to the third side, and that opens up what is usually a tight defense. But I think you've got to do the same thing on this end of the floor if you're the Cyclones. How about those hands by Jamal Shed?
Bob Jones will grab a seat.
Fran, you talk about the physicality that Iowa State has on the defensive end. TJ Otzelberger wants even more of that. He says right at the beginning of their possession, that's when I want to see the physicality. Offensive end, he's just telling his guys during that timeout, stick to the plan, work the ball around. Those shots will eventually fall.
Lipsy pull-up jumper, wouldn't fall. Tugler rebounds. One and done for Iowa State. 22-11, Cougars on top. Wilson. And a wide open 3 for Wilson from Damian Dunn. Rebound Lipsy.
If you're a Cyclones, you got to keep pushing it. Try to get up the court before that defense gets set.
Gilbert hangs, and it's swatted out of bounds.
You know my strategy about attacking the basket? It doesn't always work. Because that Houston defense at the rim has been pretty good. Watch this. Watch Wilson. Comes right into your living room and gets a clean block. Now, I'm not intimating that they're getting a bad whistle. I just think you have to keep attacking a pressure team.
Well, Wilson certainly knows about playing tough defense from his time at Texas Tech. Momcilovic Hangs and hits, and he'll go to the line. Milan Momcilovic finally gets into the scoring column.
He's got a very crafty game. We know he can shoot it. He's used to making these off-balance shots. He did it in that first game, and Shed just clips him on the body. Watch right here. Shed just gets him with that left leg, and the freshman with good concentration.
Averaging 12 a game, a little over 3 rebounds. This kid was a big recruit, number 51 on the ESPN 100. The first free throw opportunity for Iowa State, and Momcilovic knocks it down.
I said earlier, it sounds crazy, but the defense of the Cyclones has actually been pretty good.
But Fran, if you look at it, if they can get a stop here and a bucket, all of a sudden, this is an 8-point game right now. They got an opportunity to stay in this. Out of bounds, and it's Houston basketball.
And that's where they got to get it done, John. Houston is just relentless on the offensive glass. They treat the missed shot like it's part of their offense.
Good cut to the basket and a wide open deuce. And that is going to make TJ Otzelberger unhappy. 10-point advantage. Cougars on top. And Momcilovic with that length and able to shoot it over a defender contesting.
It's interesting. That's the shot he hit in the corner against Shed in Ames. That was the game winner. You almost know if you're 6'8" and you got a good look, you could shoot it over the 6'1" guy.
Stepping in, Jones almost took it away. Dunn gets it back. Now Cryer, shot clock winding down. Every loose ball is contested. That one knocked away. And Cryer, after the turnover, will bring it back up for Houston. I mean, this has been an absolute war here in the first half.
I told you it was not going to be pretty.
And a bump. And a foul on Iowa State. Frustrated TJ Otzelberger. Houston at home, number 2 team in the country. And they seatbelt airbag special here tonight. 24-16. We close it out. 3 to go first half.
I'll tell you, Iowa State very fortunate to be down 8. And their defense has kept them in it. See, that's too much contact. That is too much. Good call. Again, great defenses both ways, but you cannot put the offensive player at a disadvantage.
Done. There is the Temple transfer. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, see, and what I'm saying to you, John, is you have to make the officials call that. The only way they call it is if you drive it downhill into open areas.
Seventh foul on the Cougs, so a 1-and-1 spot here. And Momcilovic knocks it down.
John, to be a freshman in this league and average 12 points a game and play 30 minutes a game is a heck of an accomplishment. This kid's going to be a very, very important part of that continued rebuilding process in Ames.
Well, TJ Otzelberger bidding to take the Cyclones to the tournament for the 3rd straight year.
It's been an amazing rebuilding job, really, when you think about it. You said it earlier. He inherited a team with 2 wins. It's good pressure right there. This is like an inter-squad scrimmage.
Shed handling here. Shot clock under 10. Got to find some help. Shed looking for it. Gives it off. Walker heaves it up. And that misses everything, and a really good defensive possession for Iowa State. 2:27 to go here first half, and it's 24-18.
Well, this becomes a huge possession for Iowa State. A chance to get to within 4 or 3. And at the 10-minute mark, if you'd have said 4 or 3, TJ Otzelberger would be doing handstands.
Lipsy here. Gets it to Jones. Jones off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Francis.
Not a bad shot, but great defensive rotation quickly. And they put the pressure on Jones.
Good ball movement here, and Walker absorbs the bump, and they get that foul on Kurt Jones.
I think one of the things we've seen over this last month of the Big 12 season is the way we're seeing guys like Malik Wilson and Ramon Walker and Dunn to an extent become really important parts of the rotation. The young man at the foul line played key minutes as a freshman on a Final Four team, Elite Eight. Last year, Johnny redshirted with some injuries and needed some time away from the team.
He's gotten a chance to play a little bit more frequently after Terrence Arsenault went down with that season-ending Achilles injury.
Yes. Terrence over on that Houston bench, got that boot on that right foot. God, there are people that thought he was their best pro prospect. Here you see Terrence right there. And the fact that they've played this many games without Terrence Arsenault tells you about the DNA of this team.
8-point Houston advantage. And Lipsy leads the Cyclones into the front court. Fertitta Center has been loud all night. Lob, Jones catch and puts it home. TJ Otzelberger calls timeout. Back in 30 seconds here in Houston. We get a 6-point game.
Francis got connected to the ball. Jones got behind him. And again, if you catch it at the rim, you better go through the basket and try to finish over these big guys, make them foul you. Here's one of the best defensive centers in the country, Javier Francis, junior from New Orleans.
It's a Houston team that is undersized, but we've documented the wingspan of their undersized frontline players, so they play bigger than they maybe measure out.
They're actually one of the shortest teams in the country at 331, but to your point, 3 guys with 7+ wingspan.
Shed dribbles it back out, and yes, they do keep track of it. Go to KenPom.com. Shed, hesitation, had it knocked away, and a foul at Iowa State.
That surprised me.
Me too.
Yeah, it surprised me because the official that made the call was on the other side, and I'd like to see that again. Okay, now, take a look now. Watch the drive. And that's all ball. And see where the official is? He should not make that call. Okay? This is a good crew. They missed that call. And if you're TJ Otzelberger, and he's talking to Ron Gruber right now about this, and see, you need this call on the road, okay? This team in red is a great team, and they are +20 against Big 12 opponents. And he's telling them right now, I'm not going to yell at you, but you missed that call, and we need that call if we're going to have a chance in this game. Okay?
I'm not going to yell at you.
I'm not going to yell at you because that's not my style. Okay? That's what he's saying.
Yep.
And I don't like it because you have to get that call right for the visiting team.
Rick Crawford, Ron Gruber, Pat Adams, veteran crew here in Houston. Momcilovic puts it on the floor. Off-balance shot. Rattles in and out. Shed pushing. Shed to the corner, and Dunn hesitates. And Momcilovic the rebound.
Now, they want him to push it. But if I were Iowa State, because of that last bad call, I would drive it to the basket because you're going to shoot 2 free throws.
Momcilovic spinning. Jones now gets a 3, and they're within 5. And Kelvin Sampson is going to call timeout. 28-23. And how about Kurt Jones knocking down the triple, and the Cyclones hanging around.
But no, this building, and Kelvin Sampson said, there you see Curtis Jones. This young man has really come on along with Gilbert. Last 8 games, Curtis Jones, 14 points a game, all off the bench, one of the best 6 men in this league, and the former Buffalo Bill. Another timeout. That's good defense. I said Bill. It's not Buffalo Bill. What's the
Bison?
No, University of Buffalo.
Oh.
The Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls.
Thank you, Truck. But listen, now you're down
Thanks,
5.
Scott Gustafson, for helping us out there.
Let me put you in the mindset of TJ Otzelberger right now. You're down 5 on the road, and you played atrocious for 15 minutes. If you get a stop right here, you are in this game. Oh, by the way, and the defense has been vintage Iowa State. And Kelvin Sampson told his team that you were going to play against a team that's already beaten you, that plays like you, and is never going to back down from you.
So the Cougs have gone a little over 4 minutes without a field goal. And again, these are two of the premier defensive teams in all of college basketball. Iowa State at 20-5, the Houston Cougars at 22-3.
Watch the zone here, 2-3 zone. They're trying to blow up Kelvin Sampson's out of timeout play, and he calls an audible. CJ Stroud would like this.
Sharp being harassed, puts it on the floor. Sharp off balance. And that wouldn't fall on a good defensive possession to end the half for Iowa State. And how about the Cyclones? At the break, they trail it by